In this lecture, we are going to see how to write a feasibility study report in the Word format. Let's say the example is given for the 10 kilowatt on-grid solar system that is installed over the rooftop area. For 10 kilowatt of a solar system, how to write a feasibility study report that is mentioned over here. One by one, we're going to start to write a feasibility study report. The first parameter is the site analysis and the site topography. In the basic site analysis, we need to be mention the basic site details. Let's say the site detail that we have been mentioned in the feasibility study report is the residential building which is located in the Palghar area in the Maharashtra state and country is India. So in the site detail which I have been mentioned over here is the VBSC Green Grade apartment is located in district Palghar, state Maharashtra, country India. VBSC Green Grade apartment is consisting of 4 floors. There are total 4 flats are available in the apartment. Each flat is having its own electricity meter which is provided by Maharashtra State Electricity Board MSEB. The rooftop solar proposal is for the VBSC Green Glade apartment which is residential connection. Under the category of LT consumer, the tariff rate of residential sector is 6 rupees per kilowatt hour. Such of the basic information about the site that we need to be mentioned while collection of a site detail while writing the feasibility study report. Once we have been mentioned the site detail, we need to put a satellite imagery over there which basically shows the where site is being located. Then we need to be mentioned the latitude and longitude of a particular site. In this case, the latitude is 19.69 degree north and 72.76 degree east is the longitude. Then we need to mention the average GHI data. The average GHI data consisting of month-wise solar irradiation value. Here is the January, February up to the December month. The GHI data is given in terms of kilowatt hour per meter square per day. Then we need to draw the graph of GHI value. According to the GHI value, we can estimate in which month how much amount of electricity is going to be generated from a solar system. According to the observation, in the month of January, February, March, April and May, the electricity generation in terms of unit kilowatt hour is been generated by a solar system. In the month of June, July, August, September and October, the electricity generation in terms of kilowatt hour by a solar system is less. So according to this graphical analysis, we can easily understand for which month the electricity generation is been higher and which month the electricity bill is going to get lesser according to the consumption. The second and foremost important parameter that we need to be mentioned is the area assessment of a location. For which location we are installing the solar system, that area we need to be assessed. Like with the help of Google Earth software, before visiting the site we have measured the area of a rooftop here. The area available is 124.36 meters square. In the square feet it is 1338.59 square feet. This line diagram we need to be mentioned in the feasibility study report. The second parameter is the manual assessment of a rooftop area. In this case, we have assessed the area manually. With it found the basic direction of a rooftop area. So here the basic direction in this direction is shown in the north. Here it is south. Here it is east and west direction is been shown. Then the length of south to north length and also the length from east to west, it has been shown over here. The basic length of a rooftop area is 11.1 meter from north to south direction and the basic length of a rooftop from east to west direction is 11.1 meter. Then we need to be mentioned what are the basic shadow creating obstacles are available. Here the dish antenna is shown over here. What are the basic diameter of the dish antenna we have been mentioned over here. Also the parapet wall whose height is given as 1 meter. Here the water tank is being available on the north side what is the basic length of a water tank and the projected area that we have been mentioned over here. The basic length of a projected structure for water tank is 3 meter. So after assessing the net shadow free area, we have mentioned over here as the available area is 124 meter square as per the measurement, and after excluding the shadows, the net shadow free area is 100 meter square. So according to this manual assessment, we can guess an approximate idea of from where we need to install or the position of a solar array. Then we need to be mentioned the line diagram which we have been drawn in the AutoCAD software. One can draw this diagram in the CorelDRAW or the other feasible software. So here we need to mention the basic shadow creating obstacles, the basic length of a roof, and what is the useful area in the roof. The third parameter is the generation of sun path chart. In the generation of sun path chart, we need to generate the sun path chart from the sunearthtool.com. From this we can easily generate the sun path diagram. Here only we need to mention the latitude and longitude of a site, the date for which we are generating the sun path diagram, also the time at which we are generating the sun path diagram. Once the diagram is been generated, it automatically shows the azimuth angle and elevation angle for corresponding date and corresponding time. We can also generate the sun path diagram in the Cartesian format. Both of the answers of azimuth and elevation angle will be same for polar and Cartesian sun path diagram. Once we have drawn the sun path diagram, we need to prepare a table, which table shows that on a particular day, according to the time, what is the basic value of azimuth angle and basic value of elevation angle. According to the elevation angle value, it decides the shadow length over the period of a time. Let's say on this particular day, on this particular hour, what is the basic elevation angle? This elevation angle basically decide if a 1 meter of a wall is present over the rooftop area, what could be the shadow that could be fall over a solar panel. So this idea we can get from the drawing the sun path diagram. Also we can guess an idea of where to be installed the solar panel. Also we get an idea of how to decide the tilt angle of a solar panel. Fourth parameter we need to mention in the feasibility study report is the substation and metering room detail. In the substation and metering room detail, here we have mentioned the 200 ampere incomer from utility grid. It is coming from here. This wire is coming from the utility grid whose specification is 200 ampere wire is coming from the utility grid. This wire is inlet to the incomer to the MCB panel. These are the wiring structure. It is been given over here. Then there is a surge protection device and isolator switches were located over here. That images we need to be put in the feasibility study report. Then what is the basic output cable from the MSB panel and the cable routing that we need to be mentioned in the report. Also where that wire is going, that is the input to metering panel. And these are the part view of metering panel block after converting 3-phase 440 volt to the single phase 240 voltage. These are the electricity connections to the individual home at 240 volt. That each and every parameter of metering room we need to be mentioned in the feasibility study report. The fifth parameter is the estimation of a power demand. While estimating of power, we need to prepare a table that the bill date, the reading, the period from which the bill has been charged, the number of units consumed by the particular consumer, what are the basic CC charges, and what is the unit rate per kilowatt hour. In this case, in this building, the total 4 flats and 4 meters were available for individual flat. We have been collected the 12 months of electricity for individual flat. So let's say for flat number 1, we have been collected the 12 months of electricity bill and corresponding average consumption we have been mentioned over here. Simultaneously for flat number 2, the 12 months of electricity bill, flat number 3 and 4, the corresponding electricity bill has been mentioned over here. Once we have prepared the table of basic power consumption of the consumers, ultimately we have been mentioned the average monthly power consumption by VBHC Green Glade apartment is 1217.58 kilowatt hour, and 8619.52 rupees is the basic CC charges, and 7.07 is the basic tariff rate. So whenever we are deciding the basic capacity of a solar panel in kilowatt hour, we need to consider this much parameters. According to this parameter, we can guess how much amount of solar installation capacity is required to be installed to fulfill the consumer's requirement. And the last parameter that we need to be mentioned in the feasibility study report is recommendations on case study. While writing the recommendation, we should write the recommendation in this format. The first is the average unit per month that we have estimated according to the feasibility study is 1217 units in kilowatt hour. Average unit per day we can calculate because these units which has been shown, these units has been shown per monthly basis. On per day, how much amount of electricity is required for the consumer, that we can found by this formula, that average units per day is the number of units consumed per month divided by 30. From here we can guess that 40 units are required by the consumer per day. As per the thumb rule, 1 kilowatt solar installation produces 4 units of electricity per day. By considering this thumb rule of 1 kilowatt of solar installation produces the 4 units of electricity per day, hence the kilowatt size required based on daily average consumption is 40 by 4 is simply the 10 kilowatt. So to fulfill the consumer requirement of 1217 or 1217 units, we required the 10 kilowatt solar capacity. Once we have been decided what is the basic solar capacity is required, then we need to check the sanction load capacity of electricity meter. In this case, each flat is having the sanction load capacity of 2.74 kilowatt. The rooftop area available, which is a third parameter, rooftop area available here is 124.36 meters square. So as per the thumb rule, 1 kilowatt of a solar panel requires the 10 meters square of area or 100 square feet of area. So if we follow this thumb rule of 1 kilowatt of solar panel installation require 10 meters square of area, so for installation of 10 kilowatt we require 100 meters square of area. So area which is available for us is 124.36 meters square. The area which is required for installation is 100 meters square, so it fulfills the demand of area also. As the sanction load capacity of electricity meter for each flat is 2.74, so if we multiply the 4 flats for each sanction load capacity, it comes as 10.96 kilowatt. So the sanction load capacity is also satisfies this requirement. Thus, considering the state policy which allows us to install 100% sanction load installation capacity, hence we recommend the 10 kilowatt of a solar system. In this way, we need to prepare the feasibility study report step by step.